test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Okay, Michael, we need you to test. There's nothing coming out of here. I know, but it's not, my voice is not coming out of the I need more, we need more volume. No, it's not, it's hardly coming out. Do you know how to turn it into the monitor? Okay. Just a minute. It's fine. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Is anything coming out of the monitor now? Test 1, 2. How about the guitar? Yeah, definitely? Okay. Okay, I think so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning.
Just call her Rabbi.
Hey, Rabbi.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Good. Miss you.
Thanks.
How are you? Thank you for this. Thank you for giving us Sarah today. Oh my gosh, you're going to enjoy this. You will enjoy it.
Cuts them on the bias so they don't pull over. So
yeah. Yeah. So from our old life in Virginia.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
Really beautiful. Well,
So,
good.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah. It was
Carol.
really, it started the whole.
I know, so Gail.
Thanks, Rick. You balanced it out.
Look holy, look holy. Everybody look holy.
Oh, no. There's no one on the keyboard? There's no one on the keyboard? No. We missed you last week. I'm in.
Boker Tov, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We are very, very pleased to share this morning of tefillah and of learning with all of you. Many of you are here for the whole day for our Kavanah retreat. But it begins now here with us together, celebrating Shabbat. Page 74, Ma Tovu, how goodly are your tents, O Jacob.
Oh
The soul you have given me is a pure one. Elohai Neshama, page 78, we pray together. Elohai Neshama Shenatata Bi Tehorahi. Elohai Neshama Shenatata Bi Tehorahi. Elohai Neshama Neshama Shenatata Bi. Elohai Shenatata Bi Tehorahi. Elohai Neshama Shenatata Bi Tehorahi. Every day that we wake up to a new day is always a miracle. Let's recite these daily miracles responsively, beginning on page 80. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lasech vivina lahavchin ben yom uvein laila.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam pokeach ivrim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam matir asurim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Zokev kifufim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam roka haaretz al hamayim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamechin mitzadei gaver.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam malbish harumim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hanoten liyaef koach.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hama'avir shena me'enai utnuma me'afapai.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shasani b'tzelem Elohim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam sha'asani bat chorim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shasani Yisrael.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ozer Yisrael bigvura.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam oter Yisrael betifara.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah.
Page 88, Elu Devarim, these are the things that are limitless. Elu Devarim, she'en lahem shior, she'adam ocher proteim ba'olam hazeh, v'keren kayemet lo le'olam haba, ve'elu hein, kibud avva'em ugemilut chasadim, והשכמת בית המדרש שחרית וערבי, והכנסת אורחים וביקור חולים, והכנסת כלה ובניית המת ועיון תפילה, והבאת שלום בין אדם לחברו, בתלמוד תורה כנגד כולם. Pesukei de Zimra, verses of praise, page 94. Baruch Shamar v'haya ha'olam, Baruch Hu.
Baruch Oseh v'reshit, Baruch Omer v'oseh.
Baruch Ozer Kayem, Baruch Mirachem la'aretz.
Baruch Mirachem al habriot, Baruch Mishalem Sachar Tov L'Reah.
Baruch Chai Lahad V'Kayam Lahanetzach.
Baruch Podeh Hatzil, Baruch Shema.
Baruch atah Adonai, melech mehulam b'tishbachot. Page 96, Psalm 92. It is good to give praises and thanks to Adonai.
On this the day of days, my lips shall sing your praise, for I know that you'll always be here surrounding me. Tov lehodot Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov lehodot Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. I wish to understand the wonders of your hand, for all the blessings that are mine rise from your design. Tov lehodot Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov lehodot Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Ashrei yoshvei beitecha, od yahalelu chaseh. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever. Ashrei yoshvei beitecha, od yahalelu chaseh. Ashrei yoshvei beitecha, od yahalelu chaseh. Ashrei, ashrei, ashrei yoshvei beitecha. Ashrei, ashrei, ashrei yoshvei beitecha. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever. Va'anachnu nevarech ya, ve'ata v'ad olam. Hallelujah. Page 100. Hallelujah. 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 El Bekocho. Hallelujah. Bekia Kozo. Hallelujah. Big Buratam. Hallelujah. Kero.
Tivarech et Shimcha Adonai Eloheinu Tivarech et Shimcha Adonai Eloheinu. Who gives us these miracles, who wakens us each day, who breaks the chains of slavery and shows us the way, who steadies our footsteps, who opens up our eyes, who lifts up the fallen that we all may rise, 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 that we all may rise. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la.
Page 110.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or uborei choshen, oseh shalom uborei et hakol. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam.
Hameir la'aretz v'ledarim aleha berachamim. Uvtuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reshit. Ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai, kulam b'chochma asita. Mal'ah ha'aretz kinyanecha, titbarach Adonai Eloheinu, al shevach ma'aseh yadecha, ve'al me'orei or she'asita, yifarucha selah. Or chadash al Zion ta'ir, v'nizkechu lanu mehera le'oro, baruch atah Adonai, yotzer ha'me'orot. Ahava rabbah ahavtanu, Adonai Eloheinu, chemla gedola v'terach hamalta aleinu. Ba'avor avotenu ve'imotenu, shebatchu becha, v'atlamtem chukei chayim. Ken tichonenu tlamdenu, ken tichonenu tlamdenu, rachem aleinu. V'ten v'libeinu lehavin ulhaskir lishmoa, lilmod ulelamed, lishmor ve'lasot. Ulkayem et kol divrei Talmud Toratecha be'ahava. V'ha'erenu v'toratecha, v'taharek lebeinu v'mitzvotecha, v'yachel levahavenu le'ahava u'yira et shemecha, v'lo nevot, v'lo nekaleh. Lekashel le'olam va'ed, ki v'shem kodshecha, hagadol v'hanora v'hatachnu, nagila v'nismecha, nagila v'nismecha, b'shuatecha. V'havienu le'shalom be'arba kanfot ha'aretz, v'tolichenu kol memiyut le'artzeinu. Ki el poel Yeshuot ata, uvana v'acharta, v'kirav tanu l'shimcha hagados sela be'emet, lehodot lecha, u'yadchercha bi'ahava, baruch ata Adonai, habocher be'amo Yisrael, be'ahava. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem kevod malchuto leolam amen. Page 116. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadavarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha Veshinantam levanecha veribarta bam beshivtecha bevetecha uvlektecha vaderech uvshokbecha ukumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha vehayu letotafo beinenecha Uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kedoshim lelohechem ni Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem. We're going to turn in our Sidurim to page 122. And these words of Michamocha we are building up to in the book of Shemot, the book of Exodus. We are on Parashat Bo, which is our third parasha in this book. And next week, it's all building up to next week, which is Shirat Hayam, which is where we will read these words of Michamocha in the Torah. This week's Torah portion, Bo, it's got a very curious name, Bo, which means come. But in the translation, it's always translated as go. Those of us who know Hebrew know that lech is go, just like God told Avram, lech lecha, go forth. Why here does God tell Moses to go, come, bo, to the Pharaoh? And one of the interpretations I've read, which I really love, is that the Pharaoh was not an external force, but an internal force. And that all of us have a little bit of Pharaoh inside of us. So when we read these words of liberation, of celebration, Michamocha, we are beckoned to consider what are those forces of Pharaoh that we need to come to inside of us, to address, to reflect on, to challenge, and to hopefully, with time, overcome. And so we celebrate that freedom that we all aspire to for ourselves and for the entire world. Michamocha.
Who is like you? Who is like you?
Who is like you? Adonai. Michamocha, Adonai, Michamocha,
יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you,
Beautiful. Thank you to all of our musicians for enhancing our worship this morning. Thank you. We're going to turn to page 124 for this central portion of our service, this portion of prayers known as the Amidah, which also means standing. And so we rise.
Adonai Svatai Tifta. Adonai Svatai Tifta. Ufiaki Tehilatecha. Ufiaki Adonai Svatai Tifta. Adonai Svatai Tifta. Ufiyakin Tehilatecha. Ufiyakin Tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, v'Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol atah Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofeh Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Ahafar, Bichamocha Baal Givurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memid Umechayei, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'nemanat Halachayot HaKol, Baruch atah Adonai Mechayei HaKol. Nekadesh et Shimcha ba'olam. ושפחך אלוהינו בהפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. There is a man, there is a man, there is a man coming to Egypt, and Moses is his name. When he saw the grief upon us, in his heart there burnt a flame. In his heart there burnt a flame, oh Lord. In his heart there burnt a flame. When he saw the grief upon us, in his heart there burnt a flame. There is a man coming to Egypt. His eyes are full of light, like the sun come up in Egypt. He's come to drive away the night, come to drive away the night, oh Lord. Come to drive away the night, like the sun come up in Egypt. He's come to drive away the night. There is a man coming to Egypt. He's come for you and me. On his lips a word is singing, and the word is liberty. And the word is liberty, oh Lord. And the word is liberty. On his lips a word is singing, and the word is liberty. There is a man coming to Egypt to stir the souls of man. We will follow him in freedom, never wear those chains again. Never wear those chains again, oh Lord. Never wear those chains again. We will follow him in freedom, never wear those chains again.
It's around midnight on a winter night. Abed is 28 years old. He was born in Damascus to a wealthy family, got a degree in engineering, ran a textile shop in the main market of Damascus, was about to get married when the war began. So he fled. And it's around midnight. He's been on his feet for many days. And he's at the shore in Turkey. After 3 failed attempts, he's getting on a boat, a rubber boat. It's supposed to have room for about 20, but there are 72 people on the boat, all ages, like him from Syria, like others from Iraq, some from Afghanistan. And he walked for many days and weeks like him. And they're about to take a 1.5-hour journey on this rickety little rubber boat from Turkey to Greece and to freedom. But it's a rubber boat that has really room for just about 20, and there are 72. And the smugglers don't really care. So within an hour of being on that boat, it's almost 1 a.m. at this boat, the engine stops. That little rickety engine on that little rickety boat. And there they are, in the middle of the Mediterranean. It's halfway between Turkey and Greece. And the way he would describe it to me, as someone who grew up the son of a Muslim imam, but stopped believing in Allah at that moment, he believed that all you have to do is pray. So Abed prays. And every single person on that boat, he said, prayed so hard in every language to whatever God is or isn't, to whatever possibility of salvation, and then one person managed to get signal on their phone. And the Greek Coastal Guard rescues them, which is a good thing, because if it was the Turkish Coastal Guards, they would end up back in jail. But Abed and the people who were lucky to survive that ride end up on Lesbos, the island where 1 million refugees have wound up in the last 2 years, and 12,000 are stuck right now. And Abed, this is just a year ago, makes it to freedom, but not exactly. He's in a refugee camp, crowded in a little tent with many other people he does not know, relying on the kindness of strangers for a coat, for food, for roof, for hope. But Abed is a fighter, has a heart of gold, and he's lucky to discover the school that was created on Lesbos by fantastic people, Israelis, Jews and Arabs, who created this thing called the International School for Peace to take care of the refugee children who are stuck on Lesbos. And they're recruiting refugees to be the teachers in this ramshackle school. And Abed becomes a teacher. He teaches Syrian kids Arabic and hope. And I meet Abed just a few months ago when my plane, just around midnight, lands, no drama, in the Athens airport. And as I walk out of the terminal, I see a sign in Greek. I don't speak Greek, but I can read that one word. You know what that one word is? Exodus. It's Greek for exit. This way, please. That's all. I know that word. I'm so excited. Oh, that's what they meant when they translated Torah into Greek 2,000 years ago. The book of names, the book of Shmot, the second book, they called it Exodus, the exit. Like they're telling us, this never ends. This never ends. It didn't end for us. It hasn't ended yet for Abed and for 70 million human beings who right now, like our Mosaic ancestors, are fleeing at a midnight to try and be free. It's happening at our border right now, and it's happening in Greece, and it's happening all over. And there's that sign that says Exodus, and Abed's story, and so many stories are a reminder, just like Rabbi Gale reminded us, that that story, that Pharaoh, that Moses, that's not history. That's now. That's a human story. Not just a political one of refugees and tyrants, of strategies for liberation and negotiation, of more human dignity. It's an inner struggle. And that's what Abed tells me when we sit for tea, because I went to visit him and get to know him in the school in Greece when I went there this summer to learn more and help that school prosper. We sit and we have tea, and he tells me his story, and I tell him of my father who survived Buchenwald and somehow made it to Israel, to build Israel. I said, my father was a refugee, you know. And he says, you know, I left Damascus. I'll never see my family again. I'm not sure who is alive. But I keep on traveling in here. I'm finding ways to be free. And I tell him about meditation. He has never heard of it. And we sit and breathe. And then he says to me, I think I'm home. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to storytelling, where Torah meets our story, where our ancient history that's kept in these beautiful scrolls meets today, where fantasy and history, where fact and fiction become something we revisit at a synagogue near you, like this one, very often, so we too can open up our hearts and make our way back home. 2,500 years ago, do the math, 5th century BCE, in Jerusalem, in town square, the very first Torah service took place. They didn't call it that. Ezra, the leader of the people, the priest, the scribe, stands on a stage and reads from a scroll. For the first time in history, nobody had seen a thing like that before. He reads from it in Hebrew. It is the Torah. Just like now, I would imagine in this room, most people in town square have no idea what he's talking about because they don't understand Hebrew. So Ezra employs the Mevinim, the mavens. They are the translators. And line by line, we maybe know, translate Torah from Hebrew into Aramaic, the spoken language of the day, from then to now, from something weird, archaic, to a conversation that they weep to and respond. That is the very first time in our history the Torah comes to life. And it is coming to life today as it was then in split screen. The Torah that is written and chanted as is in Hebrew, and the Torah that is translated line by line into the language of today. For 1,500 years after that first day in Jerusalem, every time Torah was chanted publicly, it was translated live into the language of the day. And 1,000 years ago, because, rabbinic politics and budget cuts, the live translators are phased out of Jewish life and pretty much forgotten, some exceptions. 20 years ago, I'm sitting in a synagogue in New York City, bored out of my brains as the Torah service is going on, and thinking, can we make this more exciting? And so with some friends who have a, theater background, we create this thing called storytelling, where Torah meets storytelling. We start translating the Torah once again like it once was, from Hebrew into now, into interactive theater. And so we did it here 12 years ago, Jack and Frida Levy, those of you who heard my story yesterday. And we did it in a lot of different places and doing it still. So this Shabbat morning, I'm so honored to bring back Bo, this week's Torah portion, and taste a flavor of what it's like to translate Torah from then to now. Not just about politics and what the exodus of 2019 is calling upon us, but what is the perennial journey of leaving the narrow places and going into the pharaonic consciousness inside, so we can each, like Abed and like Moses, and like each and every one of us, take one small step to way a little bit more freedom and more dignity and justice and more living here and now. So welcome to Storytelling. We will have 3 aliyot this morning. These programs that I hope you have will have the outline, but really you don't need a thing. You just need to be here, fully present, pay attention. The Torah will be chanted in Hebrew. I'll translate it in English. I'm going to ask us all to lean into the story and to be part of what it means to leave the narrow places, open the door that says exit, exodus, and find a promised land within, beyond, right here and right now. Okay? So I'm going to need your hand with some drum roll, please. Live from Sinai and live here in this beautiful sanctuary, we give you got a Bo to go. Storytelling for the parasha of Bo. It's curtain time. The Torah will come out. The world's longest running rerun. The world's bestseller, the Torah. Please rise.
Ki mitzion, teisei Torah, udvar Adonai b'Yerushalayim. 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 Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo, Torah le'amo Yisrael. Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael. B'kedushato ki b'Tzion, teisei Torah, udvar Adonai b'Yerushalayim.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Teisei Torah,
You sing so beautifully.
udvar Adonai
I was sitting in front of you. You really touched me. You got so much enthusiasm.
Teisei Torah,
Really don't call it. Shabbat shalom.
Adonai
I hope you enjoy this.
b'Yerushalayim.
Shabbat shalom.
Ki mitzion, teisei Torah, udvar Adonai
He's so smart.
b'Yerushalayim.
You have a great grandson.
Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu
Well,
leHaKodesho.
you got a big soul. You can tell.
Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu leHaKodesho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Rodanu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu leHaKodesho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu leHaKodesho.
Shabbat shalom.
Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki
Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ya da 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 da. Thank you. Go ahead. You always open the doors to mystery. Amen, amen. All right, wow, you're a joyful crowd. So, not to be a killjoy, but we're about to go into a dark place. But hey, you got a bow to go. So we're going to have 3 aliyot this morning. Each one will be a group aliyah. I'm going to invite you to come in and up to Mount Sinai, where Torah was revealed before, and hopefully something will be revealed again today. So the very first aliyah is for those of us who are recognizing that there is some hard negotiating to be done. I'm not just talking about, you know what, may our people in D.C. do everything that needs to be done. But that's an example of what it means that there is a place where you got to recognize that you got to enter the Pharaoh. Got to enter the pharaonic consciousness. You got to get in there and negotiate what it means to wrestle your way to better. Now, maybe that's an inside struggle because it is the beginning of the year and you all made very big resolutions for how you're going to be better this year. And, you already had your 4th donut. So you got to get in there and negotiate better about your heart, how you will. And maybe it's about something you want to do for making this world, this community, your neighborhood, your family better. Maybe it's somebody you need to have a real negotiation with. Some kind of a pharaonic presence in your life. This is a metaphor. So Yamdu for the first aliyah, all those of you who want to follow the footsteps of Moses and Aaron and negotiate some hard realities in order to go free. You know what it is. You got some work to do. You got something to confront, someone or somewhere to get to bring light on. And here you are, brave people, freedom fighters. It's not going to free itself. There's room on the bima. Elijah is a good one for that. Where are we?
Yeah.
We had it a second ago.
Yeah, it's up here somewhere. Did he move it? Here it is.
Okay, I got it.
I recognize it.
You got it?
Yep.
We are, there it is, the Egyptian landscape. We are here now. Baruch Adonai Amvoach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten Adonai. Amen.
Vayomer Adonai El Moshe Bo El Paro Ki Ani Hichbadti Et Libo Vet Lev Avadav Leman Shiti Ototai Elev Fikirbo.
Moses hears the voice, right? The voice. The voice inside that says, you got more work done. I know we've done all those things before, the blood and the frogs and all these things, but we're not done yet. Get in there. Get in there. Enter the Pharaoh's consciousness. Because it's going to take a lot more for this to be memorable, for this to work. Because the Pharaoh's heart is hard. Change is hard. So you got to get in there. You got to get in there. Go. Enter. Now.
Ulman tisaper beoznei vincha uvein bincha et asher התעללתי במצרים ואת אותותי אשר שמתי בם וידעתם כי אני אדוני.
You're not going in there alone, Moses, says the voice. I'm going with you. I am becoming. I am the voice of that which is becoming. My name, Moses, remember from that burning bush episode? My name is that which is becoming. So get in there, because this is epic. This is for the generations. Get in there and do the work of negotiation, not just fighting, because your children and your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, one day will sit in a synagogue in Florida and will remember this. So don't shirk away from looking into the heart of darkness. Get in there. It is worth it. No pain, no gain. Get in.
ויבוא משה ואהרון אל פרעה ויאמרו אליו כה אמר אדוני אלוהי העברים עד מתי מאנת לענות מפני שלח עמי ויעבדוני.
So it's a fresh morning in the royal court, and guess who's back? Those pesky Hebrew freedom fighters. Oh, Your Majesty, must we? Yes, we must. So here we are, Moses and his spokesperson Aaron, with a fresh claim. Your Majesty, they say, the time is up. We speak not for our people, but for the spirit of becoming, for a divinity much larger than anything you can imagine. And it is that divinity we want to worship. And we say to you today, let our people go and be in spiritual communion with a force that's greater than right now. Your Majesty, your time is up. And what do you think His Majesty's response is to this very fair claim that, yes, we'll topple the entire industry of Egypt and will clearly create a major disaster and change everything they know, but doesn't it make sense? Well, thanks for entering the Pharaonic consciousness. It's going to take a little more, but one step at a time. So for this first Aliyah, thank you for agreeing to get in there, in here, to negotiate. Change is hard, and it's one step at a time. And for your courage, we think you deserve a blessing. There it is. Amen. Thank you, courageous Mosaic leaders. Please step down from Mount Sinai. You can come back for the second or third Aliyah, and may your journey be a successful one. Bo to go. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Simcha. So, how does one change one's mind? How does change happen? It's tricky, right? We change our minds on laws. We change our mind on legislation. We change our minds on things we love to do or don't. It takes so many different ways to change our minds. It sometimes takes a campaign of plagues. It sometimes takes bloodshed or illness. What gets us to change our mind? So I'm just curious, show of hands, has anybody this past year, since we last read this, changed your mind on anything? Yeah? Wow, what am I missing? Was there some big vote here? Uh-oh, okay, great. Is anyone sitting here with a notion that like, oh, it's a new year and there's something I really want to grapple with and like maybe I want to change my mind about? Anything? Yeah? Well, your change is not so easy, and it takes a lot of different ways to get there as individuals, as communities, as a nation, right? We're celebrating in just a couple years, 100 years since women started voting, right? That's a big deal, right? It was just a decade that gay marriage became a thing, and now we're like, oh, that old thing. But not everywhere. There's many more ways to get this exodus of human dignity going all over the world. And we have our own little exoduses and our inner pharaohs and our commitments to what makes us free. So in this next Aliyah, something amazing happens. A slight shift in consciousness. Not Pharaoh yet, but Pharaoh's court begins to say, Your Majesty, our economy is belly up. It's not because of compassion, let's be honest here. But it's concern. But it's a change. So I want to invite those of us who are celebrating changing your mind or really want a little push to do something about it, to come up here and join us in Pharaoh's court for a little step towards more freedom and changing our mind. Yamdu for the second Aliyah. You can come back again. You're so eager to jump up. I know where you are. Those of you who want to honor your changing your mind or want a little push to do it, or just like celebrating the fact that minds could be changed and alterations happen. We're not there yet, but it's a nice precursor. Dayenu, dayenu, dayenu. Thank you. So where are we in the story? They enter the court, they've made their claim, and we are... Are you a Torah reader? Hi, Shabbat Shalom. Where are we? We are here now. The scene continues. Please. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed. Amen.
Amen. Ki ima'en ata leshaleach et ami, hineni mevi machar arbe bigvulecha.
Your Majesty, the team says, time's up. And if time's not up today, then tomorrow we'll see increased global calamity. Locusts, a little bug with a big appetite, will show up on the shores of Egypt. And Your Majesty, you are already belly up from all those last calamities. I mean, hail the size of like soccer balls. This thing is real, Your Majesty. The atmosphere can turn on you. Got to believe it. We're talking like very early climate change warning. So tomorrow, or today.
וכיסה את עין הארץ, ולא יוכל לראות את הארץ, ואכל את יתר הפלטה הנשארת לכם מן הברד, ואכל את כל העץ הצומח לכם מן השדה.
You see, the thing about locust, Your Majesty, is that when it gets hungry, it consumes. It's going to cover Egypt. You won't even see the ground. Every last tree remaining on this ground from all the other plagues and strikes will be consumed. There will be nothing left. There will be no food. There will be no shade. There will be nothing. Wake up, Your Majesty. Your time is up.
ומלאו בתיך ובתי כל עבדיך ובתי כל מצרים אשר לא ראו אבותיך ואבות אבותיך מיום היותם על האדמה עד היום הזה ויפן ויצא מעם פרעה.
Today is the day, Your Majesty, to make a move, to change your mind, to be a historical change maker. Because what's about to happen, you cannot even imagine. You know why? Because not your parents or grandparents or great-grandparents going all the way back can imagine the scope of calamity that will be bestowed upon your land if you do not wake up today. I'm out of here, Your Majesty, says Moses, and his spokesman Aaron. You know where to find us. Have a nice day.
ויאמרו עבדי פרעה אליו עד מתי יהיה זה לנו למוקש שלח את האנשים ויעבדו את אדוני אלוהיהם הטרם תדע כי אבדה מצרים.
So this is when a ripple of dissent begins to ruffle the feathers of denial. The courtiers, the cabinet, the people in the backstage of government start whispering among themselves, this can't go on. This guy is crazy, really crazy, like really, really crazy. Don't you know that if you don't say yes to what they want, we are done, gone, empire over, game finished. Your Majesty, wake up. These people are a landmine, and you are stepping on it. We're done. You've got to change your mind. Well, this has not happened before, my friends. The court is beginning to turn. And as we know, change is hard, and it's going to come from unsuspected places. I mean, who are you all, right? You have changed your mind about anything specific that maybe you can share? Curious? Any major policy or law or, I don't know, gun control or, what was it that just passed here? Proposal Amendment 4. I'm sure that wasn't easy. So, right? I'm just curious. Anybody here wants to share something that you changed your mind on that wasn't easy? Career. Wow, that's a big one, right? That's a leap of faith. Okay, congratulations. How's that going?
It's going.
Okay, good.
It takes faith.
You got a bow to go. Okay, good. So anything else? It's a little personal. Okay, you don't have to. Well, you know what? How about we go explore this, all of us together? I'm going to put the mind changers on the spot. But we want to thank you for courageously coming up to honor the fact that minds can be changed and diets can be altered and careers can change too. and maybe we even change our voting record on something that we want, and maybe the Pharaoh will as well, because it looks like his court is beginning to shift. And that's how change is going to happen, bit by bit. So let's bless this moment of possibility. Yes, Rabbi.
Before we bless, I want to say that Sarah became a bat mitzvah just 2 months ago. And I have never heard locusts sound so beautiful. So Yesher Kochach.
Yeshar Koch, beautiful chanting. Here we are in the story, and let's bless this moment of change. Amen. Thank you, mind changers and change makers. We invite you to descend Mount Sinai and to, we're back to Dayenu? Great. Shabbat Shalom again. You can come up for the third one. Okay, so now we're going to take a couple moments break from the Torah. So, yes, Chalgadia is yet another one of those great mysteries about how shift happened. So let's pause for a moment, okay? Here we are. We, my friends, are taking a leap of the imagination back in time, and we are in the Pharaoh's court. He's our boss. We are Egyptians. We got those pesky Hebrews on the bottom of our social ladder, mowing our lawns and building the buildings and doing, and it's fine, whatever, minimum wage, slavery, whatever, life goes on. And they keep wanting things, like to worship their God or something, religious freedom, what a ridiculous idea. And freedom in general. They want to be paid. Fancy that. Huh. And yet, it seems like they're really persistent. And they are, backed by some forces that seem supernatural, perhaps. It's impossible. We are the Egyptian Empire. So let's pretend that here we are in this moment in the story. There are some of the people of Dei Paro who are saying, Your Majesty, it's time for change. We gotta listen to them. And yet the Pharaoh isn't saying yes yet, nor, presumably, is half of Egypt. What's going on here? I want to invite you to imagine that you are Egyptians in this moment, and that you have a choice now to resist Moses and the campaign for freedom, or to join it. Now be honest. Be honest now. How many of you are saying no to Moses? We don't want change. We like our economy just the way it is, thank you very much. The locust sucks, that's true. And we didn't appreciate frogs in our beds, and hail the size of soccer balls is quite an inconvenience. It'll pass. It'll pass. Hands up. How many of you are either on the fence or are saying no to the campaign of freedom? Really? Just one wise rabbi? All the rest of you are saying yes to change? Come on now, honestly. Honestly. Let's be honest here, right? Okay, so everyone else you're saying, you are Egyptians, you're saying, Your Majesty, let's let them go? Hands up. You're saying let them go? Okay, so all the rest of you are just watching this on TV and thinking, I don't know how to vote. I'm that percentage. It's just like, I'm just not even going to the vote on this one. No ballot. I'm staying home. Right? Abstaining from making my position. Now, again, forget that this is about ourselves. This is all a big metaphor. Pharaoh is inside, and Moses is inside. And we get to fight that fight and dance this dance every day. Exodus is a metaphor for our own liberation. Forget all that for a moment. Let's be political. We're in the Egyptian court, and there is a voice that says, let's change everything we know for freedom. And there are voices that say yes and voices that say no. I would love to hear from a voice that says, hell no. Hell no, Moses. We're going to keep it just the way it is, no matter what. What sustains your argument? A few of you raised your hand. This is a real question, right? Why say no to Moses? Egyptian court, let's discuss this, because we got to decide today. We're either going to, get him out of here, and I mean the Pharaoh, or change our policy. Those who say no to Moses, can I hear from you? Why no? Sir.
Just for the sake of the argument, you have nowhere to go. There's wilderness out there. I get across the Red Sea. We're going to chase after you, we're going to kill you.
So you're saying, Moses, this is a stupid argument. You got nowhere to go. We're saying you want to go worship some invisible God of yours that has no face. Where are you going to go? We are the empire. We say no because you really got nowhere to go.
Right, we have food for you, we have everything.
This is it.
You have employment.
Okay.
What's the problem?
So basically, what's the problem? You got employment. Sorry you're not happy. This is life. Some have more, some have less. Chill out. You got nowhere to go, Moses. Okay. Yeah?
Ultimately, you can listen and come, but you can't change your values. I can't change my values, so I am willing to listen, but there's only so, my values are my values.
I'm an Egyptian. I'm a son of an Egyptian. I'm a grandson of an Egyptian. We are the empire, and we got slaves. That's how it works, right? These are my values. Sorry you want something else, but that's what I know, right? I'm a good Egyptian courtier, and you're not going to change my mind. This vagabond Moses thing. Thank you.
So if I were an Egyptian, as if I had been part of the Old South, our economy is based on slavery.
Of course.
Who is going to do all this?
Exactly.
The basis for my wealth,
Exactly.
palaces, and I am not ready to let that go.
Absolutely. Thank you. Remember that song, Walk Like an Egyptian? That's what we're doing here, right? This is our economy. Those unhappy little riffraff, they came to us as guests. And now they want, what? Our rights? What? There aren't even immigrants, right? They have no papers, that's for sure. Exactly, right? Ooh, we can go into anti-Semitic claims here about core Jews, but let's not. But okay, let's just say the Egyptians are saying those Hebrews have way too much of an appetite and always have. So shut up and do what we say, and we'll deal with the locust. Yes.
We have the power.
Yeah, we're in charge.
Why should we change?
Exactly. We're in power here. What? Some stuttering half-Egyptian hybrid with a big magic stick and an invisible God's going to tell us what to do? We can do this. We can resist. Yeah. Uh-huh. Ooh, Egypt. Are you hearing this? In the corner of the court, there's a voice that says, listen, I hear you about our economy and our values, but people, wake up. It's been like one thing after another. Like you don't even like change the channel anymore because it's just bad news all the time. And where is this coming from? Could this be bigger than us? So our king, well, not everybody else, but we have. So are you saying that actually, contrary to the polls, there are actually voices that are saying, well, I don't know about that. It depends what media outlet you're looking at, but okay. Yeah.
So we have a minority, small group that's now becoming potentially the majority, right? We've got a lot of these Jews around, and we're a little bit afraid that the minority could become the majority. So we got to be really tough, and we got to keep them down. We got to keep the income inequality the way it is. We've got the power structure, and
Yeah. Keep them in Goshen.
Power structure
Right?
favors us. Let's keep it.
Yeah. Keep them in Goshen. Keep them building the pyramids. Maybe we need some, taller fences around it. Like, keep them out. We have to be in charge. Power will win. Right? But then there's that guy in the corner that says, I don't know. I really don't know. This is freaking me out.
I don't think they were critical to the economy because in more recent years, as you know, we were relying on the Palestinians to build our houses. But then when they were available, we found the Kurds and the people from Thailand. So there's always alternative.
Great. So we have one Egyptian here. It says, I am seeing in the future other cases where other people will be dealing with other people for their own domestic uses, like slavery, but not exactly. There are always solutions. Let them go. Let them go. We'll find other people eager to be underpaid and build our stuff so we don't have to wash our own dishes. Easy, right? So a couple more voices. You're hearing how we're like, it's very easy to say Pharaoh's bad and Egypt's awful, but actually, Egypt is here, and Pharaoh's inside here, and we are the ones resisting change for lots of reasons. Couple more? Yeah?
You should stay here because if you go, it might be a Holocaust.
So Pharaoh's people tell the Hebrews, listen, this might not be great here, but you're a protected minority. You're going to go to the desert? Who knows what's going to happen there? There's those Amalekites, right? They're crazy. You think we're crazy? They're really crazy. Okay, so here we are between present and future, between all these historical realities. I see a couple more hands. Yes? Resisting? Permitting? Yeah? Right. They don't want to stay and be stronger. They want to get out. And in fact, as you heard, they want to get out because of religious freedom. It's not just that they want to be free. They want to have a different God to worship, not the gods of Egypt. They want some kind of a spiritual freedom and autonomy. So the Egyptians are kind of like, we don't get it. And we don't know what to do because unless we get the king to change his mind, because believe it or not, it's a one-man system. How is that still going on? We need to do something about it. So let's pause, right? History is rich and weird, and this story still keeps happening. And the question is, how does change happen? There is like a teeny window opening in this moment in the story where the courtiers are having this conversation, and that voice from the side of the room seems to ripple aside and said, we hear you about the economy, but this cannot go on. And it's been a bunch of plagues already. We're almost done. But they don't know that yet. They have not yet changed their mind. Michael, you had your hand up?
There's a religious argument,
Yeah.
right? So we've been for thousands of years worshiping the king as God, the Pharaoh's God, right? And he represents power and wealth, and we bow down to that. That is our God. Power and wealth is our God,
In God we trust.
right? And the ram, we're actually now in the month of, right, the ram. And that's what we worship. We worship the materialistic wealth and power. And that is our religion. And that's what we believe. And these people don't have that. They've got some other thing.
So
So as a matter of religion, as a matter of belief,
we have to stick by our beliefs. It isn't just money, it is religious truth. We're right, and we will prevail, even if it kills us. Even if it kills us. Yeah? Change happens when it hurts too much. And you know what? It's about to hurt too much. and we know this because hindsight's 2020. But there are 2 more plagues to go. So let's assume we don't know that that's about to happen. But change is beginning to ripple inside of us. And I want to invite for the 3rd and last Aliyah, as we take stock of the fact that the story is old, but it still goes on, those of us who are willing to listen to the voices that resist change, but really want to go there, even if it's against the odds of what we know. That we want change within, we want change beyond, and I'll take it one step further. It isn't just change that you want change for everyone. You want intersectional, cross-the-board freedom and justice for all. For men and for women, for gay and for straight, for white and for black, for documented and undocumented, for every single human being on this messed up planet. You want change. Freedom and dignity, and you will stop at nothing less. And I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about within you. Are you willing to go full-on Egyptian courtiers and say yes to change? For everybody? You know, the good old quote, we're not all free until all of us are free. Want to go there? Can you make a commitment right now to yourself, to your community, that at some point this next year you will take the step of the courtiers of Egypt that say yes to change for everyone? It's a tall order. It's a high bar. You're already standing up for it. Or you're just standing up because...
She's chanting. She's the next chanter.
And you're chanting. So, Yamdu for the 3rd Aliyah, us Egyptian Hebrew people who say, I want to go there. And I want to make it happen. For me, for everyone. Thank you, Pharaoh. You are left behind. Let's fight for change. Wow, a lot of you are saying yes to comprehensive reform, to complete rehaul of ancient patriarchal binary laws so that everybody is free. Wow. I hope you take a snapshot of this moment, an inner snapshot of saying we are standing here for freedom for all. And Pharaoh, take it. You can have as many as you want. Absolutely. We are everybody friendly, inclusive, Aliyot friendly. Pharaoh is behind. So friends, you've come up. Let's bless this moment of change. Baruch Adonai hamvoach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ruach haolam asher bachar banu im kol ha'amim ונתן לנו את תורתו, ברוכה את יא נותנת התורה. אמן.
ויושב את משה ואת אהרון אל פרעה, ויאמר עליהם, לכו עבדו את אדוני אלוהיכם מי ומי ההולכים.
This just in, top news, in the middle of the night, the Pharaoh seems to have maybe caved in to negotiation. There are some tweets going around, and maybe the court has made some progress because there is an actual request for lists. For lists. Who is on the list for leaving? Wow. That hasn't happened yet.
ויאמר משה בנערינו וזקנינו נלך בבנינו ובבנותינו Ritzonenu vivkarenu nele ki chagadonai lanu.
Lists? The Mosaic administration responds, what lists? This is all of us. Everybody's going, old and young, men and women, our entire community, including our pets, because we are not just going on a hike, we're going on a religious festival. We're going to worship our God with freedom all together. There is no list. Well, we'll see what happens, but okay, strong words.
Vayomer alehem yehichein Adonai imachem kasher eshalach etchem ve'et apachem ra'u ki ra neged penechem.
I don't know about that. The king says, I was so close to yes, but I smell trouble. I smell trouble. What do you mean, everybody? That's not the way it works. Maybe not.
Lo hein lechuna hagevarim ve'ivdo et Adonai ki otatem mevakshim v'garish otam me'ed penei Pharaoh.
This is patriarchy, my friends, and it's men only. And only men get to go. You don't get to take your wives, and not your children, and not your flocks, and not your stocks. This is how it works. And if I am standing for the old guard and the old paradigm, that's how it will be. Out of here. Negotiation over. And so the old guard wins. Fear yet persists. But not for long. We leave you, all those of us who want freedom for all, as Moses is demanding, on a cliffhanger. You might know how this story ends, but we also don't. Because as we just realized, the story is going on right now. And it's going on for the 70 million refugees all over the planet, and for every single one of us dealing with addiction, and for those of us in this country really want to see this shutdown end, and for every single human on the planet dealing with an inner Pharaoh and an inner Moses and an ongoing claim to negotiate what we know and what we don't yet know and how hard change is. And unless we get in there to do the work, it ain't going to happen. But it's one step at a time. So thank you for coming up. Those of us who say yes to the comprehensive reform package, bless you. And let's bless this moment, and let's wrap this story up. Amen. Please step down from Mount Sinai, my friends. Shabbat Shalom.
You gotta take one small step.
One small step you gotta take. One small step for freedom.
You gotta take one small step. One small step you gotta take. One small step for freedom.
Shabbat? Yeah. No, go ahead. Shabbat.
So, as many of you know, this is also the 8th yahrzeit anniversary of the passing of a very modern-day prophetess, Debbie Friedman. And so for our healing, our communal healing prayer, we're going to sing her piece. And if you would like, just all at once, if you would just like to call out the name of anybody you feel free to do so right this moment. For all of those we named and those who have no one to name them, let's sing together. Mi sheberach avotenu mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
So we thank Rabbi Amichai for that really extraordinary, life-affirming, interactive, inspiring storytelling. And we will continue with the conclusion of our service. So we're going to return the Torah to the ark as we sing Eitz Chaim Hi. I invite everybody to rise as we dress the Torah and pay it our respect.
Eitz Chaim Hi, L'machasim Kivah, V'tomcheha, Me'ushar, Deracheha, Torchenoam, V'chol netivoteha, Shalom, Hashivenu, Adonai Elecha, V'nashuva, Kadesh Yameinu Kekedem.
Page 282, Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gedula leyotzeh bereshit, shelo asanu kigoyeh ha'aratzon, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu, v'nehemar v'haya Adonai lemelech ala kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo
Yeah, great.
u'shemo echad.
We turn now to page 294 for words of Kaddish. And as we reflect on this, this storytelling today inspired me to think about those people who helped me to get where I am, to the place I needed to be. So I invite all of us to reflect on those people who got us going to where we needed to get to or are on our way to. And if there's anybody in our congregation this morning who is observing a yard site or in a period of mourning and would like to say a name out loud, I invite you to at this time. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be a blessing to each of you. And at this moment of loss and of affirmation, we think as well of the 6 million men, women, and children who perished in the Shoah. We think about the over 24,000 Israeli soldiers who died so that we might have a Jewish homeland. And we think about our American soldiers who have died defending our liberties. And so we take them all into our hearts with our own as we say these words together. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach yeruteh v'yamlik malchuteh, b'chayachon v'yamechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, b'agala v'yizman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam l'almei almaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav Hu Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael, v'yimru Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to each one of us, to all of Israel and all people everywhere. And let us say, Amen. Please be seated.
Last week, my friend Abed, after spending a year living in a tent on the island of Lesbos, got the permit to move to the mainland. Somebody's heart softened. And he is now in Athens, and he rented a room. He's getting a job. And his next job is to get out of Athens like other refugees, to come to Germany or maybe Canada and build a life of dignity and freedom. And like many, many other refugees upon this planet at this moment, other immigrants, asylum seekers, he's one example of one person who's persistent and who hopes and needs our help to leave, like Moses and our ancestors, the narrow places and to come home. And when I told him yesterday that I will tell his story in a synagogue in Florida, to a community who will hear his story and be inspired to do more for ourselves and for others and for freedom and for justice, he said, I hope everybody has a way to find their own way home. So thank you for joining me in this journey of storytelling then and now. And after what I'm sure is going to be a delicious lunch, if you want to join me for a workshop in which you will look backstage at what this method is, this storytelling method, and how you too, here and everywhere, can employ it and translate Torah into a modern language of meaning making, I'll be delighted to study with you. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Shabbat Shalom.
So I want to invite even those of you who did not sign up for today, who wish to stay, to please stay and join us. We will have lunch. We will have this unraveling, this unpacking of storytelling after lunch. Then at around 2 o'clock, we will have a drumming session with Jeffrey Dean, another spiritual leader. And then we will come back. First, we'll have snack. God forbid we should be hungry for a minute. And we'll even have coffee because Sandy's going to come and open the Holy Grounds coffee shop for us. So around 3:15, we'll come back into the chapel for Soul Spa. So if your soul needs a spa, please stay. And then we will conclude by 4:30 with Havdalah in the garden. So that's what the rest of our day looks like. But first, we will bless before we eat. And so please join me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen l'chaim. And we thank God for the food we're all about to eat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. We always conclude this service in song with our arms around each other. And what we're going to do, because we are such a big group, we can go all around the chapel. So let's make a big circle with everybody's arms around each other, and we will conclude in song. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.